Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make an 8-bit version of Markiplier, but this isn't just a random 8-bit version of Markiplier, this is Markiplier from PewDiePie's game, Legend of the Brofist. Oh, and by the way, just in case you have any more building related needs, feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for my various other tutorial playlists. Plus, in the card system, I'll leave you guys a link to my PewDiePie playlist, which will not only include everything that you see in front of you, plus Markiplier of course, but it'll also include some other PewDiePie related builds as well. Moving on, if you want to make Markiplier, here's what you're going to need. You will need some black wool and some dark grey wool. Grab brown wool, some white wool, grab magenta, dark blue, cyan, then grab yourself some white stained clay and grab yourself some light grey stained clay. And unfortunately for us guys, we're actually going to need loads more materials later on, but for the time being we can only carry these. So once you have each one of these and once you've figured out what you want to make it, and I've got to be very careful here because not only are we going to be making Markiplier guys, we're also going to be making Tiny Box Tim just behind him, so I think that this is enough distance. Once you have all of the materials and once you've figured out what you want to make him, I'll be making him right here. You're going to want to kick this off with 2 black wool coming directly up from the ground. That'll be 1 and 2 just like that. What you then want to do from this second black wool is an upright diagonal. Then go up by 2, 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal and go up by 3, 1, 2, 3. Then do an up left diagonal and go up by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 2 upright diagonals, that's 1 and 2. Go up on top of that second upright diagonal by 1. Then go left by 1. Then go up by 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then go right by 2, 1, 2. Then go down by 1. Then go right by 2, 1, 2. Then do an upright diagonal. And go right of it by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal. Then do an upright diagonal. And go right by 1. Now, from this block, not only do you want to go down by 3, so that would be 1, 2, 3, but you also do want to continue going right of it by 1 to give you a T shape, like so. What you then want to do guys, and you know what, actually whilst we're here it might be easier to do it this way around, take out your white stained clay. You see this top left hand part of your T, this one right here? Well, on top of this block go up by 2 with your white clay, that's 1, 2. Then do an up left diagonal. Then go left by 3, 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 2, 1, 2. And whilst you're here, you can also just fill the center of that shape in with your white stained clay. And what we've made there, guys, is Markiplier's forehead. It's easier to do it now than later on, trust me. Now, take out your black wool, and continuing this time from the right-hand side of our T-shape, on top of this right-hand block, you want to go up by 3. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. Then do an up left diagonal, and go up by 1. Then do an upright diagonal, followed by an up left diagonal. Then go left by 5, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go left by 1. Then do 3 bottom left diagonals, that's 1, 2, and 3. And you know what guys, you can then just connect that third block all the way down to where we were just building, and what you should end up with, or should have so far I should say, should look a little bit like this. So once you've reached this point right here guys, this is what you want to do next. Continuing from the bottom part of our T-shape that we made earlier, I'm sure that you guys can remember this, well, going down from this bottom part of the T, do 1 magenta. Then go left by 1. Then up by 1. Then go left by 3, 1, 2, 3. Then go down from those last 2 blocks each by 1, 1 and 1. Then from this left block that you just extended down, go left by 1. And what we'll have made there guys is Markiplier's pink mustache. You guys know what I'm talking about. Now, what you want to do next is this. Take out your black wool. Starting from this part of Markiplier's mustache, I can't really do a better job of explaining this, from this part, go down by 1 with your black wool. Then do a bottom left diagonal. followed by 2 bottom right diagonals. That's 1 and 2. What you can then do, guys, from this second bottom right diagonal, take out your dark grey wall and go left of that diagonal, that second bottom left diagonal, by 1. Then do an up left diagonal. Then go left 1, up 1, then left by 4, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can do an up left diagonal, and that is just the collar of Markiplier's shirt and a little bit of shading as well. Easier to do it now than later. Once you've got that taken care of, you now want to return it back down to this second bottom right diagonal with your black wall, and coming down further again, do 2 black wall, 1, 2. Then do 2 bottom left diagonals, that's 1, 2. Then go down by 3, 1, 2, 3. Then do a bottom left diagonal, and go down by 1. Then go right by 1. Then do a bottom right diagonal, go down by 1, and then go left by 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, from this 5th block, do an up left diagonal, and go up by 2, 1, 2. Then do an up right diagonal, go up by 1, and once you've done that, that's kind of like the crease between his legs, that's kind of like the separation. Well, what you then want to do is this up left diagonal that we went up from, do a bottom left diagonal from it, then go left until you connect back to where you first started. And what you'll end up with, guys, should look a little bit like this. And this is already shaping up to be Markiplier, isn't it? So, once you've reached this point right here, this is what we're going to do next. So, we're actually going to need a few colors to proceed. I didn't really expect this. You know what we can get rid of, guys? Get rid of your dark grey wool. You don't really need it that much. Grab some cyan stained clay in its place. Well, once you have your cyan stained clay, coming all the way down to the bottom of Markiplier, this is what you want to do. So on the left hand side here, you want to place a white wool in the bottom left hand corner, then go right of it with your cyan stained clay until you hit the outline, and then on top of the first left hand cyan stained clay block that you place another cyan stained clay. Coming over to the right foot, you want to place a white block in the bottom right hand corner, and then you just want a flat layer of cyan stained clay. What you can then do is take out your dark blue wool and come up to the top of like the separation point of the legs, which is here, and going right of this black wool, do 1 dark blue wool, do an upright diagonal, then go right by 1 with your dark blue. Take out your cyan wool. On top of this first dark blue that you place a cyan. Go left of it until you hit the outline, and then go up by 1 to give you this shape. You can then fill in that right leg with dark blue, and fill in that left leg with cyan. So, left leg cyan, right leg dark blue. There you go. Those are his jeans. We can then take out our... what will we do here? I know what to do. Take out your light grey stained clay. And you want to, starting from this single black wool block that we have on the right hand side here, do 2 light grey clay coming left of that block. Then on top of that same block, go up by 2 with your clay. Then do an up left diagonal. Go left by 1. Do an up left diagonal. Go left by 2, 1, 2. Then do a bottom left diagonal, followed by a bottom right diagonal. And go right by 2, 1, 2, to give you this. What you can then do, guys, is take out your white stained clay, and going left of this light grey stained clay block, you want to do 4 white stained clay going left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, guys. Then do an up left diagonal, place 1 on top, and you should end up with this shape. What you can then do is fill the center of that shape in with white stained clay, and then you can proceed to fill all around that in with cyan stained clay, and that will be his shirt complete. What we then have to do, guys, is Markiplier's face, his hair, and his eyes, all of which are quite simple. So, once you've got the shirt taken care of, take out your black wool and fill the top half of Markiplier's head in with black wool. And that's all you have to do here. His hair's just black. In the actual game sprite, there is a separation between the hair and like the outline going around his head, but we don't have the color for it, so it's just black. So we have something which looks like that. What we now need to do, guys, is this. Take out your white wool. You want to, underneath these 2 black wool blocks just below his glasses, do two white wool coming down like that, and I do mean two white wool, I didn't stutter. What you then want to do, guys, what can we get rid of? I don't think we need cyan stained clay ever again, so you can get rid of that, banish that to the nether, and grab yourself some brown stained clay. So underneath these 2 black wool blocks, either side of the glasses, you want to do 1 brown stained clay, followed by a brown wool directly underneath those clays. Then proceed to fill in Markiplier's face with white stained clay. And once you've done that, that will be Markiplier. Pretty much complete. Once you've got Markiplier done, all we have to do is Tiny Box Tim. So once you have this, and that's looking pretty good all by itself. Once you have this, all we have to do, like I said guys, Tiny Box Tim. So once you have reached this point right here, take out a colour of your choice. Let's make it magenta because it's nice and bright. Come all the way down to the bottom left hand corner of your Markiplier statue, actually where we first placed this black wool block. Go left of this black wool by 4 with your magenta, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go up by 2, 1, 2. Then take out your black wool and continue to go up by 11 with your black. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then do an up left diagonal. And go left by 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then do a bottom left diagonal. And go down by 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then do a bottom left diagonal and go down by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal, go left 1. Then an up left diagonal, go up 1. Then an up right diagonal, go right 1. That's Tiny Box Tim's hand. I was about to call him Tiny Tim. I've been thinking about Ebenezer Scrooge recently. Once you've got that, you then want to, from this black wool block that we kind of like did bottom left diagonals from and all that stuff, well, from this block you now want to go right 1, and from this block not only do you want to do 2 up right diagonals, that'll be 1, 2, and place a block on top of there, but also from that very same right block you want to go down 1, and then you want to go right, all the way right, until you eventually get connect making up words, connect diagonally all the way back to where you first started. So you want to have something which should look like this. Perfect, guys. Once you've got that, this is what you want to do next. Take out your brown stained clay. Place a horizontal row of brown stained clay both at the top and the bottom of Tiny Box Tim. So you want to have brown clay all the way up at the top and all the way up at the bottom. What you can now do is this. We're going to need more colours to proceed from here, guys. So what we can now do, just get rid of all of the colours, it'll probably be easier. Then grab yourself some oak wood planks, some spruce wood planks, grab yourself some grey stained clay, then guys grab yourself some, we're missing a colour here, I can't even identify this colour by looking at it, but it looks to me to be magenta stained clay. No, actually guys, it's light grey stained clay. I'm sorry, like I said, it's really hard to identify the colour just by looking at it. Grab light grey stained clay, then grab yourself some white wool, some cyan, some light blue wool, and we should probably be okay. Once you've got all of those, this is what you want to do next. Take out your, what's this called? Grey stained clay. In the top right hand corner of your box, you want to do 2 light grey stained, or 2 grey stained clay coming left, like this. Then do 1 oak wood plank coming left. Continue and do 3 grey stained clay coming left. Then do a bottom left diagonal with your grey stained clay. What you then want to do is this. So underneath these 2 grey stained clays on the left, coming down from the left block, you want to do 4 white blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you can then do is a light grey stained clay coming down, and then go left by 1, like so. Then coming down from the right grey stained clay block, do 2 light blue, 1, 2, 1 cyan, 1 white wool, like so. What you then want to do is this. Underneath these first 2 grey stained clays, you want to do 2 rows of light blue, and I do mean two rows of light blue. then one cyan, one row of 2 cyan coming down. You then want to do a row of 2 white coming down. Then from the left hand side of the shape that we've made, do a vertical row of white wool. Then 2 white wool coming down from the grey stain block, like so. What you now want to do is this. So, starting from underneath this right hand light grey stain clay that we have right here, you want to go down by 1 with your oak wood blanks. Down 1 with your grey stain clay. Go left by 3, 1, 2, 3. Do an up left diagonal. That is the box's mouth. All you have to do now, take out your spruce wood planks. And we want to do a vertical row of spruce wood, which is 1 block away from the arm here, and that is also 1 block away from the eye. So you want to do a vertical row of spruce wood that kind of just cuts the box, well, not in half, but you guys can see what I'm talking about, that just spans the bottom to the top, like so. What you can then do, guys, is just fill the hand in with oak wood planks, and then proceed to fill the box completely in with oak wood planks. Once you've done that, we're then going to get rid of that connecting row of magenta, which is telling us that we have placed Tiny Tim in the right area, and then we can take a look at this thing, because this is very, very cool looking, or at least I think it is. I really, really like this one. It's actually my second favorite next to Jacksepticeye. So what you want to have, guys, once you have completed that, you should end up with something that should look, and let's get these off, guys, let's throw these away, there we go. So what you want to end up with, guys, should look exactly like this. Very cool, very detailed, and hopefully easy enough to make. I hope that I've made that as an easy process for you. I've tried to make it as easy as possible. If you guys like it, and if you've managed to make it, I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a like, a favourite, a share, anything you'd feel like doing to help me out, guys. I would just vastly appreciate. I'm making these due to your request, so I'd love it if you make requests, I fulfill them, you like, I love, we continue, we grow together as a person. Feel free to check out the comment system, what am I talking about? Feel free to check out the card system and the links below down in the description for my other various tutorial playlists, but in the card system especially, you'll easily be able to find my PewDiePie playlist, which will have everything else in there that you might want, and it will eventually house all of the Legend of the Brofist characters. Feel free to leave a comment down below, who should I make next, what should I make next? Don't worry, guys, I am going to be making all of the playable characters from PewDiePie's game. That should probably cover it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.